What's up, guys? Welcome back to B City TV, UFC, the channel for die-hard MMA fans. And thank you guys for joining me. Sorry I didn't put out a video last week for the Kobe fight. I just felt like I was just late. And now I'm starting to get like that time down and like the rhythm where I'm gonna start posting on every Monday. Every Monday I'm gonna drop the video, and then on Friday I'm gonna do the post weigh-in recap video and see if I see anything any different. But let's just dive right into this. But Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa, I am so hyped for this fight. I'm gonna start from the bottom of the card up. All the timestamps will be down below. But I am hyped for this fight. I'm so hyped for Izzy. But let's start. Khadis Ibragimov versus Danilo Marques. Khadis comes in 6'3", 78.5-inch reach, while Danilo Marques is 6'6" and a 70.5-inch reach. To be honest, I don't think Khadis is good. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, and he really hasn't even showed me any promise in those 3 fights that really gets me wanting to bet him. Danilo Marques is. I've only seen probably like 2 or 3 fights. I've barely seen anything, but I think him coming off a 2-year layoff is probably a better chance at hitting than Khadis Ibragimov. But, I think that they might be feeding Danilo to the wolves and trying to get Khadis a first win. But Danilo Marques is coming as a slight underdog, and I just don't trust Khadis Ibragimov to come in here and get the dub. Like, Khadis he has pretty good hands, but he's just slow. He doesn't have any volume. He just sits there. He keeps looking for the finish. But when you look for the finish and you don't get it, when you don't have enough power in your hands, you're not going to get the decision. We all know this. Like, if you go for the knockout, you're not going to get the decision win unless you're just fucking that dude up and you just don't have the power to go over the edge. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, Khadis Ibragimov, it's either he gets him first round or, I see Danilo either getting him into submission second round or even just winning the fight in decision. But yeah, I did take Danilo Marques submission round 2. I'm not gonna bet this fight though. Like, I will have it on my Hail Mary parlay, but it's such a risky fight to bet on, so I just don't see any value here. Moving on, Jeff Hughes versus Juan Espino. Juan Espino is coming off 2 hand surgeries or a hand surgery. I think it was 2 hand surgeries. But he's coming off that Contender Series win. Juan Espino, he has a great ground game. I think that Juan Espino is going to be able to get Jeff Hughes down and just work him on the mat. I know it's really hard to take Jeff Hughes down, but when you get a grappler who's just so well built and just so big like Juan Espino, they're going to be able to get you down, and it's going to be hard to get you out and get them off of you. But I think if Jeff Hughes does stuff those takedowns and keeps the fight on the feet, I give the fight to Jeff Hughes. As right when he could stuff those takedowns, he wins the fight on the feet, no matter what. He wins the striking battle 10 times out of 10. But I do believe Juan Espino is going to be able to take him down, and Juan Espino is going to be able to work him on the fence at least and control him and have enough control time to get the decision victory. He's coming out at a minus 300 favorite. I would definitely not bet that. I think this fight is way closer than that. I think Jeff Hughes should be like a plus 120 underdog. I don't think he should be a 2 times underdog. So he is live. I think that there is a good chance Jeff Hughes could knock him out, but I am just riding with Juan Espino and him getting that submission victory in the second round. All right, moving on. William Knight versus Aleska Camur. All right. So watching William Knight on the Contender Series, I mean, he didn't impress me in the cage. His body, he hasn't, like, the dude's built. I'm about to say he has a nice body, but the dude's built. And he's rock solid. Like, but then once he gets into the cage, I think he gets like a little bit of a disadvantage. He has powerful strikes. Don't get me wrong, and I do think he does have a strong chance of winning, and it's a pick'em fight. But we're gonna see if power over technical strikes is gonna win. Alexa's more of the technical, but he has more power in his hands. He trains with Stipe up in Cleveland. They have a couple fighters. Him and Jeff Hughes are on this fight card, but I'm so this is a pick 'em to me, to be honest. I think this could go either way. I think Alexa Kamer, if he could take Williams' best punch, and I know that's like, well, that's what you're betting on, but you guys know what I mean. If he could take Williams' best punch, he will be able to win this fight because William gasses out, and because once that second round hits, Williams' gauge just starts to keep going down. It starts at full, but once it gets past like 3 4 quarters and half the tank, shit just drops. I don't see William getting the decision win, but I do see William having a chance to get the knockout in the first round. Alexa, he could finish the fight in any round or get the decision win. He's that good, but he scares me a little bit. So, but I do have William Knight winning in that first round, and Alexa not being able to take that punch. And I'm trying to find a reason to take Alexa Kamer, but I keep wanting to lean William Knight, but I don't know. I want to lay something on Alexa Kamer. If that's a parlay, if that's a straight bet, there's something about Alexa Kamer that kind of seems promising, but I think I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'll let you guys know if I make anything. But William Knight is who I'm taking a round one victory. He's gonna knock him out first round. I just don't think Alexa Kamer has that chin. Moving on. The Aussie. No. He's from New Zealand. Never mind. I gotta respect him too. He did the haka, killed that shit. All right, Shane Young versus Ludovo Klein. Ludovo Klein came in 4 pounds overweight, and that's kind of a red flag because he didn't look like he was fucking, sucked out. But like coming in 4 pounds overweight, it's not like you don't even try. Do you care that you're making your UFC debut? Why didn't you? Like, what's the reasoning? But I do think Ludovic Klein has enough power to knock out Shane Young, and that is my pick for this fight. But I think Shane Young might have too much heart to lose this fight, and I think that Shane Young is better technically, but Ludovic Klein has some lethal kicks, and he also has power in his hands that Shane, if he could just block those, he'll be good. But I'm on those contradicting roles again where I keep saying both sides, but I'm taking Ludovic Klein. Boxing background is going to help him a lot in this fight, and then those lethal kicks, you can't. How are you going to get out of that boxing range and try to roll out of there? You're going to catch a fucking kick every time you roll out of there. So I just see Ludovic Klein knocking him out. Round one or round two, early in the fight. I don't think he's gonna knock him out round three. I think if it hits round three, it's gonna go to the decision. But yeah, I'm taking Ludovic Klein. Round two knockout. Moving on, Diego Sanchez versus Jake Matthews. Why do I think with all this Conor McGregor stuff that Diego's gonna pull up his upset, bro? I really do think that Diego's gonna pull up his upset. But I'm not going to be one of those guys. I am not going to be one of those guys. I'm going to take Jake Matthews. Jake's a good brawler, but he scares me. In his last couple of fights, his gas tank was looking a little bit low, but I think that if he just connects with Diego, just on Diego's chin, Diego's going to drop like that one fight. I forgot what fight it was. What fight was it? And he just dropped, and it was like a dead body. Who was it? Matt Brown. No, Ally Quinta. One of those, I don't know. One of those two, he just fucking looked like a dead body. But yeah, I'm gonna take Jake Matthews. I just think that he's a better all around fighter, and they're kind of looking for a way for Diego to come out and retire. But with Diego talking about Conor and all that, they're talking about fights after. So I have a weird feeling with him being a big underdog that if the UFC is rigged or sneaky, they're gonna let him win. and beat that underdog, and then go fight Conor to make Conor look like a god. And I swear to God, the UFC, if that's what you're gonna do, shame on you. Because Jake Matthews is the better all-around fighter. Jake Matthews should win this fight, but I'm not paying minus 725 for that. Fuck no. Brad Riddell versus Alex de Silva. Brad Riddell comes in out of City Kickboxing, and all their fighters that they have on this fight. I'm hyped for everybody coming out of City Kickboxing. I love Eugene Behrman. Just every time they put him on the fucking screen, I just get hyped up. I don't know why. Brad Riddell is coming up, minus 330 favorite, coming up against Alex de Silva, who's a plus 250 favorite, and I just give all the edge to Brad Riddell. I just a lot in this last fight against those Dagestani fighters and their wrestling and being able to stop their takedowns. Who else did he face? He showed Jamie Malarkey. He showed versus Jamie Malarkey that he was able to stuff those takedowns, and then he proved it once again, in the next fight versus Mustafa. But Brad Riddell looked good coming off the scales, and yeah, taking Brad Riddell on this one for sure. Hakeem Dawodu versus Zubaira Tukugov. Zubaira looked super bad on the scale. He didn't look super bad on the scales today, but he did look super bad on his friend's Instagram post where he was running making his last kilo, but I think that last kilo was to just make it to the fight, so it wasn't that I think that 4 weight pound limit where you can't go over 4 pounds or you can't fight. But if you see right here, he came in at 150. He didn't look good on the treadmill, but then he came in all energetic, flexing and everything. If he came in looking good, I was gonna take Zubaira Tukhugov all the way. But by the way Hakeem looked and the way Zubaira looked, just a red flag coming up on Zubaira. He gasses out early, and now he doesn't have the condition, or he doesn't look like he's in the condition to go 3 rounds. He looks like he's in the condition to go 1 round. And he had a bad weight cut. So I'm leaning towards Hakeem Dawodu now. I think he's going to get the dub. But yeah, he's a very electric fighter. Vieira versus Sijara Eubanks. Sijara has been looking good her last 2 fights, but I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. I just think Sijara Eubanks is a gatekeeper. Like she's good, but I think that if she wins against Ketlen Vieira, she's gonna prove me wrong. And a lot of people are picking Sijara to win. So after seeing a lot of people doing that, I still don't change. I'm sticking with Ketlen Vieira to win. I'm not gonna change because somebody else is taking them. But Ketlen Vieira looks like she's the better fighter. I just don't think Sijara Eubanks has what it takes to get it done. She does have a BJJ black belt, but her ground game, it doesn't look like it's elite. It doesn't look like it's complete, too. That kind of rhymed. But, I mean, she's moving up in weight. She barely passed weight after moving up in weight. So it seems like she has a weight cutting problem. But I will give her the benefit of the doubt that she's coming off a 2-week turnaround. But I think Ketlen Vieira is the real deal. And her just getting knocked out it wasn't lucky, but she got caught that night. So I just see Ketlen getting the dub, and minus 190 is pretty good. But I don't think I'm gonna take a stab at it. I think that if it comes down a little bit, I'll take it. But Sijara Eubanks, I just don't like. I just don't think she's a complete fighter. Kai Car France versus Brandon Royval. I'm a big fan of Kai Car France, to be honest. I like the way that he gets into the ring and just brawls. And then he's pretty smart in there too. He's like a mini Izzy, to be honest, minus like all the kicks and stuff. But he just needs more of those Izzy kicks, to be honest. Like if he could be more like Izzy, and I'm not trying to say like to be like Izzy, but like take a little bit from Izzy and add some volume to those leg kicks after the combos. you're gonna get Brandon Royval just thinking about too much, and it seems like from the weigh-ins, the dude can't listen to directions, so he's already having trouble thinking about stuff. Like, but I just do not recommend taking this guy down. If Brandon Royval gets this fight to the ground, I'm gonna give Brandon Royval the edge, but I'm taking Kai Kara France. I'm just kind of nervous taking that minus 240 on him. And they said he's 5'4", but he sized up pretty well against Brandon Royval. I thought he was gonna be way shorter. But he matched up with Brandon Royval pretty good. He seems like he's not gonna have trouble getting to his chin. Like it's just right there. It's just his arms are bigger, and Brandon Royval is better when he's next to you. So I guess the reach doesn't really mean shit. But Kai France is definitely gonna get out the dub on this one. But I'm kind of scared that Brandon Royval might be live. Dominick Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz. I like Jan. I think Jan's a really good, like personality wise, and he's a brawler. Same with Dominick. I like the way Dominick carries himself, and just the way that he fights. He's just always gonna go ahead and put his head down and just throw hands. But I'm gonna give the edge to Dominick here. I just think Dominick's performance on against John Jones it was great. But he just slowed down. If he just is able to get his cardio up and keep that gas pedal down a little bit longer, he's gonna be able to finish the fight. I don't really see that happening. I see this really going the distance. Um, but I think feel like somebody might get gassed and then somebody's gonna knock him out. But I'm not sure to be honest. But I'm taking Dominick Reyes, but there's chance that Jan could be live here and gonna be able to knock him out. But I'm gonna take Dominick. There's nobody that he's never been knocked out before. He seems his chin's held up, and I just don't see it cracking this night. Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. I like Izzy in this fight, to be honest. I do like Izzy. The only thing I'm scared about is the chin. Is the chin gonna hold up? And once that chin holds up, it's gonna all that stress and build up of his chin not gonna be able to hold up is all gonna go away, and then goes into if he's gonna be able to take him down. Then once he's not gonna be able to take him down, I just think Izzy's gonna win the fight. Just be able to step every takedown. He might not be able to step every takedown, but he's getting this stuff. I believe 90% of them. And then every time the fight just hits the feet, Izzy wins that battle 10 times out of 10. He's a better striker. He has better kicks. He definitely doesn't have more power than Paulo, but Paulo's just gonna have the power. If power doesn't work, he's gonna have to go to the ground, and if that doesn't work, he's gonna get gassed out after trying all that stuff. And he it's he surprises me making that 185. So I just think the dude is gonna gas out in third or fourth round. He's never been in the championship rounds, and I just don't think Israel is gonna get knocked out. So this fight's gonna go the distance, and I don't think Izzy's gonna have enough power to knock out Paulo. But Paulo could definitely knock him out. Could definitely knock him out. But if he doesn't knock him out within the first or second round, it's not happening. Thank you guys for watching. Look out for my video. Look out for my video on Monday, driving for the Holly Home Arena Donna card. Tell me your picks down below and tell me where we agree and tell me where we disagree. I love to have the conversation. Subscribe, like the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Alex. See you guys later. Peace.